Hi, family. All right, so it is Sunday, so we are officially 5 full days since the non-gravity shift. It's been beyond words, which is why I haven't really done much, because every time I try to define it, it just is blank. But I will kind of just share a little, and I'd love to hear how it's going for you. So one thing, the biggest thing I would say is I feel as though I was taken out of my own life, and I guess maybe I'm a different person and put back into my life. So my life is completely different, not because it's different, but because I am showing up in a different way. And some of those ways, I would say it's just the inner peace is it's underlying everything. It's just this really deep inner peace, and I've always had a sense of peace, but this is something that is beyond. um, it really, what it feels like is when I am in the presence of Astraluma, it's just this overwhelming sense of peace, and that is running through everything. So it's everything feels different. And one way that I am experiencing that is that I just have such deep gratitude. Sometimes when I say that, it just doesn't quite fit what it is that I'm actually feeling. It feels too small to really describe the feeling that I'm in. Um, so I've been kind of just asking Astraluma a little, like, what is next, like what is to come, and not from a place that I need more, just out of curiosity, because I don't know what it's been for you with using the magnetic discs, but they keep showing that the magnetic discs are in the pineal gland, and they are structuring, or maybe more accurately, that they're kind of attuning the 12-strand DNA system. So before, we had to have the non-gravity disc outside of us, and now there's one on kind of, I guess you would say, like right above where the telomere caps are. I keep seeing them in my pineal gland, and so I've been asking them to kind of show me what this is. And what they're showing is that the biggest thing that it's doing is helping reorganize consciousness in the new mechanics of reality. And we all knew that that was going to be the part where maybe we were going to need the most support, and so that support is there. And what I keep hearing is that we're in phase 1 of the new mechanics. I can't say that I fully understand what that is. I always just trust what comes, but I thought it sounded really fun, so I wanted to share it with you that we're in phase 1. I have no idea how many phases there are. But the other thing that came to me that I wanted to share was to a reminder of this year, because we are technically in a 1 year, but we have the opportunity to create an 11 year. So what that means is we break the looping cycle of the 1 to 9, and we stabilize in these new mechanics of reality. This has never happened before. We keep repeating the 1 to 9. So this year is really powerful for those of us that are continuing to choose the evolution of consciousness and the reorganization of consciousness. And I would say that is what I'm feeling, is the reorganization of consciousness. Everything is different, and the way my consciousness is interacting, even with source intelligence, feels different. The way my consciousness is interacting with reality is different. Observation feels different. I can't really think of anything that actually feels the same. I'd love to hear what it feels like for you. We are coming up on, really the last few months of the year, and so we still have the ninth strand of DNA, the 10th, 11th, and the 12th. And these next three, as we lead up to the 12th, like, which will be kind of like the final activation of the 12-strand DNA system in connection to the creation of this 11 year, the new Earth. Everything, it's like every time I keep going back of all of the things that Astrolema has brought through, and I realize, well, maybe not I realize, I think I have a really strong appreciation of how they're bringing things in just a little bit at a time, because it gives us the opportunity to have the experience of each of the gifts that they are giving before we just move on. And it's I think that's part of the gratitude and also the overwhelm, because there's so much love and appreciation, not just that I feel for this experience, but also for how the experience is kind of coming through. I feel like there was other things I wanted to share, but they're not really coming to me right now. One last final thing, kind of going back to the magnetic discs, as you are continuing to reorganize consciousness in the new mechanics, play with those discs, because they are, they are a gift, and we should all, if we choose, the invitation is to use them, and as we use them, they begin to kind of show us different ways that we can use them. And I really see them continuing to kind of grow and expand, and our consciousness and the connection to what that technology is able to do is really exciting. And so let me know how you have been playing with them. I would love to hear. I have been playing with them, of course, just to continue to stabilize the reorganization of my consciousness. So an example of that is if I do feel any sort of static or density maybe coming into my field or into my awareness, I immediately just activate those discs and I say, reorganize my consciousness. And I reconnect into the mechanics of the fifth dimension. You guys, the new Earth is here. We're here, we're doing it. And can you feel it? I'm just getting full body chills, because this is what it is to be a way shower, is to experience this shift in mechanics. We're in the fifth dimension, and now we get to reorganize our consciousness and have the experience of what that is. And so far, the experience is just this really deep inner peace. And I just, even before the reorganization, I had this sense of just like this, it wasn't necessarily a longing, because that just seems too extreme, but it was maybe just this little subtle message of simplicity, and to just find the joy in the simplicity. And I would say that has definitely been my experience, is just how much joy there is in just the simplest things, and that is an opportunity for us to experience the new Earth in all things. Because at first I was like, oh, is it that I'm just enjoying the third dimension a little bit more? And what I realized is, like, no, you're in the fifth dimension, and this is just the beginning of the reorganization of consciousness into the fifth dimension. So we are just in phase one. So enjoy phase one. Really allow yourself to feel into it, rest in it, enjoy just that sense of stillness, and let it reorganize your consciousness. And what does that mean? That just means that when you want to hold on to attachments, or you go into any sort of judgment, allow yourself to just activate those discs and feel what happens to your consciousness, and then moving back into your heart and just enjoying the moment, because there is love and peace. And and when those thoughts come in of like, yeah, but this is happening, and yeah, but this is happening, know that that is also being reorganized. It's only phase one. So trust in the mechanics, trust in this, that this shift has happened, and we are on the journey now to not creating the new Earth, but reorganizing our consciousness to the experience of it. It's time to go live it. All right. I love you all so much.